This is Whit.
And Hightower from Direwolf Airsoft.
Today we'll be going over some plate carriers that our team runs. First off, Condor Mopc. Second here we have is the Showback Tactical Banshee vest.
We've got a Pantech 6094 and a Mayflower APC.
The first vest we're going to go over today is the Condor Mopc. We got 8 rows of MOLLE in the front for any type of pouches you want to put in there. Any combination, you got plenty of room. And then behind that we have a kangaroo pouch, which you can put a Kydex insert, enough room in there too. Off to the side, the cummerbund isn't as large. We got 3 rows of MOLLE, plenty of room, not bulky. And off to the back, we got the large enough back area to put any size hydration carrier you wish. This one here is currently a sword, large hydration carrier. Very good, holds a lot of water. And over the shoulders, these aren't the current shoulder padding that comes with this particular vest. These are the Ares Armor, just because the current or the original ones aren't as supportive or comfortable. So we upgraded that to the Ares Armor shoulder pads. And then off on the front here, you can see dangling down is a BDS over the shoulder single point sling. We're going to go over why we like the Mopc by Condor. First off, it provides a good fit for most players of marginal size. Smaller players might find it a little bit too big once adjusted. Off to the side, the cummerbund's not as wide as some, so you can mount a battle belt with a pistol off the side. Still got plenty of mobility. Bend over. See?
I'm about a 5'8", 195 pounds. The vest comes about to my belly button, so the battle belt's perfect. Easy maneuverability. Can probably do jumping jacks in this thing if I need to. It's light as well. I think the plates we have in here are foam.
Well, the ones here we have the the airsoft version of the fake plates. They fit fine. You can put real plates in here, no problem. They fit all types of plates. This vest is very versatile for any player, starting off with beginner to advanced player. This vest can accommodate a lot of your needs, in the airsoft gaming.
Price-wise, what would you say? How much?
Price-wise, for this vest, anywhere from like $60 all the way up to $100, depending on the manufacturer or website you get it from. Also, we like this vest is underneath here. We got a breathable liner, which is really good for those hot summer days or hot games during midsummer, early spring. Breathes really well. And then off to the back, it doesn't ride very low, so any pouches you have in the back of your belt or anything you don't really need, it rides pretty high up. Some of the cons when you buy this vest that we're going to point out are the stitching, and some of the MOLLE might not be stitched evenly spaced, so you might have some issues in certain spots of the vest, but that's due to manufacturer or brandage. Also, the original shoulders padding isn't as comfortable as the mod that we made for this vest, so that's the only other drawbacks I can think of that you might want to adhere to or adjust when you buy this vest. So take it from there. Next up, we're going to go over why we run the Showback Banshee vest. First off, up on the front, we got 6 rows of MOLLE for any assortment of pouches you want. Behind that, we got the kangaroo section pouch. As you can see here, we run this particular vest can accommodate 3 magazines AR style, which are very tight, but some people may not find that comfortable or easy to pull out the mags on this particular vest. It's up to your discretion. Off to the side, we got the cummerbund area, 3 rows of MOLLE, no padding behind it. The cummerbund is also removable, so you can run even a little higher speed loadout. And you can see good mobility with this vest as it runs a little smaller. Go on to the back section. It's a little short, so most packs or hydration carriers will drag or extend beyond plate carrier and may interfere with whatever pouches or battle belt combination you have. As you can see here, on this other example, the Banshee, we got a matte hydration carrier. Underneath it, it extends about 3 to 4 inches beyond the back section of the plate carrier. It may be uncomfortable. You might do some sort of modification to keep that from moving around. And off to the shoulder area, we got the accessory shoulder pads from Tag to bridge the spacing and give more support and comfort. As the original way you would get it is there's the adjustability area over the shoulders is a gap, or depending on the size player you are, this may extend or become more predominant, so it may become more comfortable for longer games, or whoever you are. I mean, if it'd be hot, it might be more uncomfortable at that point, so that's something to consider. Dion, because this is your personal vest that you run, why don't you go over some of the things you like about it?
Yeah, the good thing about the Showback Tactical is, it's shorter. I can bend over and tie my shoes. I can crawl if I need to. It's not a big problem standing up. It does have, the insert inside of the kangaroo pouch. The problem is this thing is made just for 2 mags mainly. What we did is we got one of these nice little inserts that, as you can see, holds 3 mags. The downfall too about having everything inside the kangaroo pouch is I've got to remove my mags just to get this out to get to the cummerbund. Also, this bottom piece, this flap that seals it, has Velcro on it, so it rips your shirt a lot when you're, as you can see, trying to put it back on.
Anything else you want to go over? Well,
That's pretty much it for the pros and cons.
For the Banshee.
Cool.
What we have here is the Pantech 6094. On front, we got 8 rows of MOLLE to accommodate any type of pouches you want, or combination. Behind that, the kangaroo pouch can accommodate any type of insert. It's big enough to fit 3 mags comfortably, no problem. Off to the side of this vest, we got 3 rows of MOLLE on the cummerbund, and behind this cummerbund, there's no padding, but you've got inserts for magazines, so up to 3 magazines if you want to choose to put magazines inside the cummerbund, which is fine. And it's also enough room to where you can put a pistol on your battle belt and it's not going to drag on that. Off to the back area has enough MOLLE space to put a map pack without dragging too much on any type of pouches or anything on your battle belt. And you can see you got the map hydration carrier and 2 accessory pouches. More than enough room for any type of gameplay you're going to be doing. And sits quite nicely up on the body, and then up to the shoulders, the standard 6094 shoulder padding seems to be nice, supportive, and it's got a little loop here for Velcro for hydration hose or comms. And then another good feature about the 6094 is that off to the side you got hydration loop Velcro holders, and then off to the side up top you've got some horizontal or vertical MOLLE, so you can put comms any particular fashion you want or orientation, and you got a nice Velcro area to put patches and stuff like that. That concludes the overview for the 6094. Dion, can you go over about how you feel about wearing this vest?
The 6094 is definitely the workhorse of any chest rig in the airsoft community. Whether it's a 3-day op, a 2-day, even a little Saturday or Sunday skirmish for 4 hours, you can put anything you want on it, and it'll work for you. It's definitely thinner, so maneuverability is definitely on the high end. Unlike the Shellback or the previous one before that, they're a little bulkier, so you got to kind of get your weight up to move it around.
How do you feel about these shoulder pads here?
They're a little on the thin side, but it's what you get when you pay for it.
Comfort?
Yeah. It's also a little longer in the front too, so if you were to bend over, you're wearing a belt like myself, you're going to get some belt pinching and some bite marks on your stomach. But other than that, it being the workhorse and it being able to hold everything that you want on it is definitely a good starter and finisher, or anything you want for chest rigs.
going to go over the Mayflower APC plate carrier. Up front, you can see you got 6 rows of MOLLE, enough to accommodate most pouches and any accessories you want. Behind that, we got a kangaroo pouch area that can accept an insert. Depending on the size, you have to be wary of that. It might not accommodate certain pouches or inserts. But you can see here, got enough room for 3 AR mags. Up to the side, the cummerbund area is got 3 rows of MOLLE, low profile, and behind the actual cummerbund there's a pocket for another area for kangaroo insert or some sort of pouch or magazines by themselves. Accommodate any type of loadout you want. Enough room also to hold a battle belt with a pistol on the side. It's not going to be that much drag. Off to the back, enough MOLLE space. It's large enough, a little bit larger than the Banshee plate carrier, where you can accommodate a pretty good size hydration carrier or any other type of pouches you want. It's not going to interfere too much with a battle belt or pouches on the battle belt. Off to the back. The shoulder treatment on the Mayflower though, the standard shoulder pads you get with it may not be all that comfortable or supportive because they are wide. They might dig into your neck area. So this plate carrier has been upgraded to the 6094 shoulder pads for more comfort and treatment support. Off to the front, just above the kangaroo area, we got 3 more rows of MOLLE with Velcro, so put patches, whatever. And then off to the sides, we got some vertical MOLLE to accommodate comms, PTTs, and any orientation you wish. And that'll conclude the Mayflower APC. Yeah, want to go over about how wearing this vest feels on you?
It's actually really nice. It's kind of small. It's a little smaller than the Showback Tactical, my normal vest, but it's also a little longer too, which is really good. You can wear it with the battle belt if you like. One of the big pluses is that to get to the cummerbund, it's literally just these 2 times you pull it up. You don't have to maneuver your mags around or anything like that. There's also a built-in admin pouch up top, so if you want, maybe store your cell phone there if you play with your cell phone, or a small map, for some else, maybe you're leading. Another good thing too is if you can show it with, is on the cummerbund there's elastic there.
Pretty thick elastic. I mean, this will suck in, the vest pretty tight against your body. No problems there. Pretty cool.
One thing I do recommend though is if you are going to wear this is, if you look at the hydration pack, it's one of the shorter ones. One's made if you're riding in a truck or something like that, so you're not bumping your belt or hitting a seat or anything like that.
Also, since this is like a legitimate, operator vest, this is made in the USA. So I mean, this does. It's a real Corda, real multicam look. This is not the knockoff stuff. So you're buying a decent vest, even though it does cost upwards of like $220. And if you do wind up getting this type of vest, it's not readily available. But it's well worth the money if you go this route.
Yeah, good plate carrier.
To sum up the 4 vests that we went over, the Condor Mopc, the Pantech 6094, the Banshee, and the Mayflower APC. The first 2, more or less dedicated to airsoft, and these are the replicas, so use your discretion. They work fine, no problems there. For airsoft, you're going to be happy with these 2 choices for beginner or experienced. So, but the real steel ones, the Banshee and the Mayflower APC, which are real steel derivatives of plate carriers, perform admirably well. So you can pick and choose what you like to run.
Although the Banshee, sometimes is noted as not real mil sim, it's kind of used for law enforcement or SWAT. You do get some pros and cons against it. It's all up to the user in the end. Whatever you like, pretty much works. One thing, we both do agree on is whether it's a fake or, a real plate or cardboard with duct tape over it. Put some kind of a plate behind these things, because if not, they're going to get flimsy, they're going to bind in on you, it's going to be hard to pull your mags out. And
they all perform way better with some sort of stiffener inside there, whether they're real plates, train plates, or dummy plates. So just put those in there, you'll have a better performing vest in the long run. And then taking a look at these 4 vests. You know, be happy. You're not going to be disappointed whatever you get, beginner or experienced player. So,
Make it work for you.
and don't forget, have a nice day. We go over the 6094 by Pantech. Does that sound good or what?
Shut it off. Start it over.
60.
That's a large enough cummerbund.
Take 2.
Oh,
Cut.
Cut!